Hi. Okay, this will be names part 2. I finally thought of it, and it was Cadwallader. Fern Cadwallader was the name of one character. And it's interesting, you know, as a writer, you mix stuff and meld stuff, and you know, so I morphed like two men into one. So on one hand, he had these features, but he had the soul and the spirit of this other person that I knew. And it's fascinating, when you're a writer, you can dream anything. So there was Mr. Cadwallader, and I met another gentleman at another job, and his name was Isle. So I asked him for permission if I could use his name, and that was Isle Carrington, I think that was his name. That was so long ago. And he was a very... Isle and Fern were two of my favorite characters out of all the 57 stories I think I've written. Because for some reason, well, then there was, you know, the Dom character, which will be a lot in my next book, book number 2. Yeah, we all have experiences. Most I will never talk about, so don't even ask. I'm joking. You can ask if I'm in a good enough, if you catch me in a good enough mood, I'll answer. But anyway, one of my characters is based on a wonderful experience I had with this wonderful, it's so appalling to me look back at that time in my life and go, wow, that was probably one of the most exciting times in my life. You know, you look at your life and you say, oh, that would never happen to me, and then it happened, you know, and it was a great, wonderful experience. And anyway, that was the persona that I used in one of my stories. I didn't make him a dom in the story, though. He was a dom in real life. A dominant person, you know, BDSM, except no SM stuff. Not here. But it was wonderful. It was a great experience. I'm glad I experienced it. And I can write about it a whole lot. As a matter of fact, this next book is 90% that life. Great life. Great life. And also at that time I had many wonderful times of watching women with women and men with men. Primarily men with men, because I was seeing someone at this time that was into men as much as they were into women, which was a really great experience, you know, seeing a guy's perspective on liking women, kind of, sort of. It was really weird from an at the beginning, of course, the outsider point of view, but even when you're on the inside and, you know, he meets somebody new at the store and you're both standing there, and people assume, because, you know, I don't know, people assume weird things, like because I'm you know, a large black woman, that this person wouldn't necessarily be interested in me because he looks like, you know, Johnny Model or something. Anyway, great life. So it was fun writing all about those experiences. Yeah, you're going to read them and say, I wonder, is that true? Well, is that true? And I'm not going to tell you. Some is, some isn't. So what? But anyway, if you guys could help me out on some really intriguing names, that would be great. I like picking odd names, old names, you know, like Etha or Odessa, you know, Pythagoras, or something different. I like really different names. I write about white men, black men, Latin men so far, mostly, predominantly, large black women. Okay, 2 stories. Oh no, 3 stories in that book about wasp-waisted women. of course, the voluptuous top and bottom and a very petite middle, and nice, slender, strong legs. Yeah. But predominantly, whatever comes out, comes out. Whatever my first paragraph is, and it's always a catching first paragraph, you know, sat in the, you know, it might curl, it just comes. And usually I don't have to hunt for names, but I'm planning a particular story, I think I said in the first one. And this one, yeah, I need to plan the names to make sure it's going to go with the character. And I don't usually write that way, so I guess God is changing my perception. But normally I just, you know, start typing, you know, and the light from the bar woke Tangi from a wet dream she was having about her and Denzel. No, I don't say his name. Or whatever. And they were in the Bahamas that vacation in 1987. Blah, blah, blah. Gotta have a hook, right? So I always start with a hook. Except Twins. Twins didn't have much of a hook. She's hanging clothes and the calico dress whips between her legs. I mean, not much of a hook to me in comparison to, you know, waking from a wet dream. But I digress again, as I always do. I need names. Hit comment. Send me, you know, whatever name falls out of your mouth that you can foresee. If you are a writer, if you want to be a writer, if you don't care about writing, just hit reply or comment. Sorry, I think I'm emailing. And give me a name that you like, that you don't mind seeing in my next book. Well, that'll be in the third book. That'll be fun. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I mean, I mean, if you ever come to my house, you will see these all over the place. This is Whisper. Remember I told you about that one. And this is A Catered Affair. I'm not going to tell you what that one's about. And, well, you know what it's about. That's pretty much all I write about. Metaphysical stuff, spiritualism, and sex. Yep. I've been told I'm good at it, so that's what I do. And recently, guess what? Guess what, YouTube family? I have had the privilege, which is something else I really, really, really want to get into besides my readings and healings. If I could just do my readings and healings all day long and write little bits of, you know, love scenes, that's what I'd really love to do. So I finally, because, you know, I'm in like I'm in like 50 writing groups, and I'm in like 50 tag groups, and I'm probably in about 75 sex groups. Hey, gotta get my stories from someplace, right? So yeah. That would be interesting. Well, anyway, I'll save that for another blog. Please, if you have a name that you say, gee, I'd like to see what Tasha makes of this character, and leave a name. And if you want to know, tell me you want to know. If you don't want to know, just leave a name. But I need a nice, strong, different, odd, funny, quirky name for my next character. And I'm thinking, since I have in the past, how could I not give this away? In the past several years, I've had the wonderful experience of being with, I just told you, a man that likes men almost as much as he likes women. Okay, no. I like women almost as much as I like men, so that makes him the opposite. He liked men a lot more than he liked women, but he didn't. He was bi. And that whole experience really changes how you think, you know? So now, every time I thought, oh wow, I wonder what would he think of this, or what he would think of that, or, you know, our other lover, what would he think of this, and would he like that, and I gotta send this to him, you know? And between the three of us, man, we wrote a lot, because he's a writer. Of course, I tend to fall in love with writers deeply, which is, I guess, something I need to work on, really, but anyway, it's all good. So think of some names for me. Hit comment, put them in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I think I'm past my time now. Wow. See, you guys got me thinking of stuffs to write about. Anywho, let me hurry up and download this because on my slow ass computer it's going to take 4 hours. Okay. Oh, please help me manifest a new computer laptop. A new laptop for my birthday, April. Thank you. Love you. First. Okay? Okay. Talk to you later.